Good morning. So yesterday we read about how Rahab helped the two Israelite spies, and then the two Israelite spies promised her that if she tied the red cord in her window, that she and her family and everybody in that building, in that place with her, would be protected. Today we're going to read Across the River Jordan, and it's found in Joshua chapter 3. When the two spies arrived back at the Israelite camp, they were cheerful and excited. "We are sure that God is going to give us the whole country, just as he promised," they told Joshua. But before the people could get into Canaan, they had to cross the river Jordan. That was easier said than done. The men and the young people might have managed to wade over, but there were large flocks of sheep and goats, as well as mothers with babies and toddlers to be helped across. Besides, the river was in full flood. This meant that the low-lying jungle-like land on each side of the banks was deep underwater, and the river itself was a rushing, swollen torrent. But Joshua trusted and obeyed God's orders, as if there were no raging river in the way. "The priests are going to carry the covenant chest and step into the river first," he told the people. "Then you must follow." The gold-covered chest was the most precious piece of furniture in God's tent. As soon as the priests waded into the river, the water began to move more sluggishly. Then it stopped flowing altogether. The priests with the precious load walked into the middle of the river, then stood there while all the huge company of Israel walked safely across. When everyone was over, the priest stepped carefully ashore on the far side, and the waters of the Jordan began to flow again, covering their footprints. Joshua told one man from each of the 12 tribes to pick up a stone from the riverbed and carry it to the other side. Then Joshua collected all 12 stones and built them up into a mound. "When your children ask you in years to come what this heap of stones is for," he told them, "you will be able to tell them the wonderful story of how God brought us all safely over the river Jordan and into the promised land." And there's the picture of the stones. And they trusted God, didn't they? They trusted him. And so they were rewarded with going into the promised land just as God had told them. And you can ask Jesus to come into your heart, and he'll help you obey him too. He loves you, and he would love to have a relationship with you. Only you can ask him to come into your heart. No one else can do it for you. All you need to do is ask. Say, "Jesus, please come into my heart. Forgive me of my sins and help me live for you." And he'll do that. He'll come in. He'll live in your heart, and he'll help you live for him. Remember, you're loved and Jesus loves you. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.